Outside, Green. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Spurs coach Greg Popovich is so highly respected by his peers. Thunder coach Scott Brooks said there are 3 things you can count on: death, taxes, and Pop winning 50 games. Dallas coach Rick Carlisle called him, quote, the best coach in any sport ever and the smartest man in the history of the world. Kevin, he wasn't joking.
High praise indeed. Thank you, Doris. Ridenour's shot is off.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there. Utah was such a fixture in the playoffs for so many years, almost decades it seems, but recently they've not been that kind of a team, and the work is cut out for this franchise to get back to being a playoff team.
Here's Cantor. Lays it up and banks it in. Cantor's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. I mean, it's got to be sky high.
Gibson with it. Cantor covering. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to 12 points on that basket from Gibson.
And for the Jazz and their outlook, they did have some flashes of brilliance to build on, but it won't be an easy turnaround.
And Green gets it to go.
This is incredible. It's been a 3-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive. In this quarter alone, already 7 points off turnovers.
And that's why they're behind. I mean, they've been sloppy all quarter, and it's really starting to cost them.
Well, for the Jazz, Clark, it's going to be about being patient, continuing to grow as a team. I guess most observers would think.
No, without question. They just have to take it in small steps. Incrementally is the only way it gets done right when you're building a foundation with young, talented players. Nobody goes from worst to first in the conference in one season. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Bismack Biyombo, the former number 7 pick overall in 2011, played a career low in minutes last season, but he was more efficient with his minutes. A rising shot blocker and rebounder off the bench.
Throws it up high. Pass to Livingston. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And that one's good. And it's 8 points for Rajon Rondo.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
And for Biyombo last season, Clark, a career high from the field.
But Kevin, his turnovers have gotten worse season after season. That's where he's got to make some improvement. It's one thing to be limited offensively. He's got to take care of the pump.
Antetokounmpo passes to Gibson. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Back to Green. To the right side. Harris kicks to Cantor. Taken away. In transition. Here come the Spurs. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Rajon Rondo.
And he has picked it up here in the second half, really lighting it up now.
Pekovic inside. Biyombo on him. And he gets it to go. 12 points for Nikola Pekovic.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Rondo drives in. And the pass to Gibson. That's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. Jazz leading by 8. The feed to Harris. Here's Cantor. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Luke Ridnour picks one up. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Rondo with the steal. No good. Spurs trailed by 7. Marion is up there with Taj Gibson. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Allen in at the 2 spot. That's the San Antonio 5.
Another rebound gobbled up. They are pounding the boards.
A big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well.
And stolen by Favors. Burks kicks to Lawson. Drills the three-pointer. Lawson's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Jazz. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Jazz.
Boy, their hounding, harassing efforts at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing, guys, defensively, a great job of closing out and blocking shots.
Clock is at 3. Biyombo kicks it out to Allen. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And it's 9 points for Allen.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
The dish to Copeland. He kicks to Burks. Fires for 3. And Utah another 3.
Getting a feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second 3 of the half.
The drive by Rondo. Here's Gibson. There's the bucket. Good. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 12 rebounds. Lawson kicks to Burks. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
Biyombo kicks to Gibson.
Well, for Tim Duncan and the Spurs, an incredible legacy of dominance. In his 17 years in the league, the Spurs have never won less than 61% of their games. Not to mention, of course, 5 finals appearances and 4 NBA championships.
And the Jazz making a change here. Ridnour's checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. He dishes it to Copeland. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Jazz lead by 10.
They're going back to the 3-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense. Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Here's Whiteside. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
Allen, that's good.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Ridnour again. It's Rondo. It's tipped. It's stolen by Allen. And the Spurs pushing it up now. And it's Biyombo with the jam.
textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close. The Spurs are having a lot of trouble defending against Spurs.
He's got 21 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
Yeah, productive day for him from long range.
Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Luke Ridenow.
Well, the Jazz really struggled last season. Maybe the worst defensive team in the league, and they weren't a lot better offensively. Some of that you have to attribute to youth. And quite honestly, it's impressive they were able to win as many games as they did under the circumstances.
And Lawson, here we go. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the Jazz with some changes. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Whiteside. Enes Kanter comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Green in for Alec Burks. And you look at the free throw attempts of the Jazz. Steve, last season, their lowest number in decades.
Well, driving inside and getting to the line, normally a staple for Jazz teams in years past. So you have to think that they're looking to get back to that this season.
Well, it's been said about Rajon Rondo that he's the smartest guy in the room and also might be the most stubborn. He's got a terrific IQ for the game, but he's opinionated. We've seen him butt heads with coaches in high school, college, and the pros, but that certainly doesn't take away from his greatness. He's a winner, a champion, and a terrific point guard.
Well, you're right. It has fueled his rise, whether it was at Kentucky, growing up in Louisville, or certainly playing with the Boston Celtics. Among some very important players, Hall of Famers like Allen and Garnett and Paul Pierce. He made a needle over that just to kind of clear the clutter and show that he could be a leader. The Jazz making a switch here. Harris is checked in. San Antonio calls timeout.
And Rondo has said he'd like to be a coach when his playing days are done, despite his dust-ups with former coach Doc Rivers. He says he studied his ways and learned a lot from him. Definitely a lot of respect there. Going with an almost entirely new group here. Pachulia, he's checked in for Biyombo. Duncan comes in for Taj Gibson. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Sean Marion. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Spurs trail by 3. Livingston dishes to Pachulia. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Lawson with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. Green passes to Pekovic. The shot is off. Nice D from Duncan. Feeds to Stevenson. Wants to get it to Duncan and does. And that one's good. Duncan's got 22 points.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
Another miss by Utah. San Antonio's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Pachulia kicks to Allen. To the inside. Pachulia, good.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, and unfortunately, their offense in the paint hasn't been a whole lot